Hi guys and welcome to my review of Haikyuu chapter 296. Maybe a little bit of the previous chapter, but what we've had now is the beginning of the match. Like really the beginning. And I really love how it's not really going like one way. Because there are definitely signs that either one of these teams could prevail here. I really like that. I think it was Bokuto who said, if Karasuno gets up to a really good start, and if they get really far ahead, it's gonna be hard for Nekoma to catch up. Because they talk about how they're known as slow starters, but that's not really it. It's just that how they work is more silent. And I really like that it, even though like usually it's the underdog that prevails, right? But even so, it's so hard to predict, even with just it will be really hard for Nekoma if they do this, but at the same time it's gonna be really hard for Karasuno if Nekoma does this and this, because in this chapter we also have them talking about how Kenma is really fired up and he's really like giving his all from the beginning. And though they do have that little discussion of, well, what if he loses energy and focus when we get later in, because obviously he doesn't have a lot of stamina. But for now, it's really great that he's already going all out, and they're really thinking things through, and they know each other so well. That's one of the great things about this. They don't underestimate each other because they've been following each other's development for so long. Especially Nekoma, they've really been seeing as Karasuno just has developed into this really amazing team. And I really love that so much. Like they have, there's no way they can hold back. They don't have any hidden, or they don't really have any hidden hidden tricks, because everything they know they learned from each other, or they learned at the training camps that they both attended. And it's really nice that by the end of this chapter we have Nekoma doing the synchronized move, because that wasn't Karasuno's to begin with. That was the attack of Shinsen, I think the school was called. Because that was their thing, and Karasuno was like, oh, that's cool, let's do it. And obviously, it's not weird that Nekoma has then learned it as well. So I think that was really nice, because it's not like they have the same tricks, but because they have the same place of origin, I would say, of where they developed. There gonna be similarities, but those similarities are going to be, how can you say it, converted into their style of playing. So Karasuno is this ever-evolving team, and they are used for being full of different attacks and very offensive in their play, while Nekoma is known more as the defensive players. And I really like by the end here, it's like, oh, we might be known as the defensive players, but we can play offensive as well, and that's really nice. I also really like how we highlight Nishinoya again, and how far he's come with his setup. And I really like the little comment about how, there are good liberos, and then there are the liberos who go above being just the defenders. They take part in the attacks, because even though they are limited in how they can do this, there are still ways for them to do it with the backline setup thing and stuff like that. So I really like how Nishinoya is just, again, highlighted as this really good libero, because he goes out of his comfort zone, he goes out of the usual role as the libero, and just uses the rules to his advantage. That was really good. I think this match is gonna be really great. I love the back and forth. There's not really one team that's pulling away, and it seems like it could really go either way. Of course, I've been saying I'm rooting for Nekoma, but it could really go either way. And I do love the chapter is called Synchronized Advancement, because that makes a lot of sense. They advance and develop side by side and with each other, using each other. And that's just, it's amazing, and they know each other's quirks. Like Hinata knows how to not necessarily read Kenma, but at least respond to Kenma, because Kenma is really good at doing the feints with his eyes, and he moves very little, so it's hard for them to really read him. so they have to use reblock, but it's also really fast, and Kenma adapts to how he knows Shoyo will adapt to him. It's really, really good because they're playing on like a whole other level because they know each other so well. Where with Inarasaki, it was more like, oh, I have this new trick, I have this new trick, I have this new trick. Here it's like we know each other's tricks, so we have to find a way to overcome that. We have to find a way to exploit what we know about each other and use the fact that we are actually really good friends and have trained together to our advantage. And that's just, I think that's a really, that's what makes this match so interesting, that they know each other so well. They've been training together and they're friends. And that's just really great. Because I feel like no matter who wins and who loses, at some point they're all gonna be satisfied deep down, because they had the match that they've been striving to have for such a long time and through generations. And I think they're gonna be, of course they're all competitors and they're competitive people, but I think they're gonna be happy for the other team. So Nekoma's gonna be satisfied if Karasuno wins, Karasuno's gonna be satisfied if Nekoma wins, and they're gonna cheer for each other, and that's just really beautiful. But I'm just, this match is gonna make me really excited, I think. Because there are just so many layers of symbolism and just these really nice little, I don't want to call them Easter eggs, but little, just reminders of what they've been through together, and just small little details that we can be like, oh, that's right, that happened, and that was a thing, and this is a little throwback to this. That's really nice. So that's amazing. And overall, this just makes me very excited, and it's really nice to see that Nekoma has a few new tricks, even though we know those and we know exactly why they have it and where it came from. So that's really great. I think that's all I have to say about these chapters. This is a match we've all been waiting for, so there's a lot of hype, and it's gonna be great, I think. So you can leave a thumbs up. You can leave in a comment what you thought of the chapter. Also, I know I usually have my pride flag here. Because this is Nationals and this is Karasuno versus Nakama, I think I'm gonna use my Japanese flag for future reviews of Haikyuu, just because I think that'd be fun. So next time, there'll probably be a Japanese flag there. So yeah, but until next time, bye!